Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Columbia City Baseball. We are about to start as the final pitch, the final preparation pitch underway. And now, number 3, Jalen Campos, the pitcher for Concordia, is walking his way up to the plate now. So, uh, yesterday, big news, softball won at home against the Warsaw Lady Tigers, and today the Columbia City Eagles are playing the Concordia Cadets. Columbia City with a 5-1 record, Concordia with a 5-3 record. Last year, Columbia City won narrowly 4-3 over Concordia, so if that says anything, tonight could be a close game. So, pitch number 2 from Lucas Schmidt is knocked foul into the right field grass bullpen, the away bullpen. So that was the second pitch. Count is 1-1. Third pitch there, called ball, looked a little high. Maybe called strike. No, it was called ball, 2-1. And fourth pitch on its way in, called ball as well. The count is 3-1. So pitcher on the mound, number 5, Lucas Schmidt. He's a sophomore and he's a lefty pitcher. Just an interesting startup for Columbia City here. He's got speed and he's got finesse, but that ball was knocked into right field fair. Jalen Campos on his way to second, safe as the ball comes in. Grayson able to catch it at shortstop. Drew Vanderford able to field it and throw it in, not allowing any more bases than Jalen could get there. Number 5, Landon Kanishki, the second baseman, up to the plate now. First pitch called ball there. Yeah, with the first batter already at second base, Concordia teeing up pretty well here to maybe hit in their first run soon, depending on what Landon can do here. That pitch, swing and a miss, and that moves the count to 2-1 now. And next pitch, swing and a miss, count 2-2. Great pitching by Lucas Schmidt here, able to hit the strike zone a couple times there. 2 swing and misses. This could possibly be the first out of the inning with this pitch here. Slapped over to the shortstop. Grayson dives but unable to catch it. The left fielder, Zach Berry, able to throw it into Bradbury. And that would be a single for Landon Kanishki. Number 9, Chance Harris on his way to the plate. Chance Harris is the third baseman tonight for Concordia. Runners on third and first. Columbia City could run a play here, maybe fake out the steal. Strike 1 there. See about if Concordia steals, maybe run a play where they can get the guy on third to try and steal home and get him out. But Concordia seems kind of conservative. They didn't send their guy on first to go. Hit right up the middle, skipped over James Getz, the second baseman. The throw from Landon Iden on its way in, but missed by Coleman Clark. Throw safe at the plate. Number 16, Jack Belshner on his way to the plate. So the way that play happened, the ball skipped off the pitcher's mound and way over James's head and bounced out to the center fielder Landon Iden, who picked it up and threw it into the third baseman to try to get the out on number 5, Landon Kanishki, who was on his way to third. And then the throw was off and Coleman Clark unable to reach it, and it went by Coleman, and Kanishki got up and ran home to dodge the tag that was tried to be laid down by Eli Platt, and he was safe. Landon Iden diving catch there off of Jack Belshner. An amazing feat of athleticism there. Able to go and stretch out, catch that ball, and get up and throw it in before Chance Harris able to advance. Number 10, Maddox Wright up to the plate. He is the first baseman. Lucas Schmidt checking the runner on second base. First pitch in is a ball. 1 out on the board, and Concordia already up 2-0 in the top of the first. Second pitch there, a little off on the outside edge. That moves the count to 2-0 now. Chance Harris over on second base, not getting a huge lead. That is smacked way up into the air over second baseman James Getz, who is camped under it, catches it for the second out of the inning. Number 4, John Clem on his way to the plate. Awesome eye on James Getz there, able to track the ball way up into the clouds up above the field and follow it all the way down into his mitt. Chance Harris did not dare trying to move on since James Getz was so close, and that play could have been easily made. But count here is now 2-0 for number 4, John Clem, who is the batter now. Interesting place here for John Clem as he's ahead in the count now, 3-0. Could look to take this next pitch here, see if he can get a walk. Lucas Schmidt has to climb back into the count here, at least throw a strike to see if he can make John Clem turn it into a play. But ball 4 there, and Clem on his way over to first base now. Carter Ripke, number 8, Carter Ripke, up on his way to the plate now. Carter Ripke is the shortstop for Concordia tonight, as Blue is making a note in a book of some sort. Looked like he talked to Columbia City's dugout. Couldn't tell what he was saying from up here in the booth, but now he's behind the plate, and Columbia City resuming play here as the first pitch is off. Ball, little high. Runners on second and first. Any pass ball here could advance them and put them into huge scoring range. That being strike 1, count moves to 1-1. A nice hit here could as well score the second base runner and get the first base runner on third, but he knocks that one off the end of his bat. That rolls over to the first base coach, and count moves to 1-2. Lucas Schmidt just 1 strike away from ending out this inning and letting this lead stay where it is for Concordia. Pitch is on its way in, smacked over to the third baseman, who flips it over to second and gets the out. James Getz able to get the put out there. So, Columbia City on a win streak right now. Um, Columbia City, they're on a 4-win streak. Um, with games including beating Busco 9-6, beating Wayne 11-7, beating Wawasee 19-9, and beating Warsaw 9-6. So currently, the 5-1 Columbia City Eagles on a 4-game winning streak. Definitely here to make it look like a 5-game winning streak, depending on what they can do to start off their bottom of their first time round batting. You just got to give a lot of credit to the players and the coaches. Outstanding job pulling ahead in the tougher games and playing hard until the last pitch. Awesome job, players and coaches. And speaking of the coaches, um, here are the ones you can say awesome job to, with head coach being Robert Bell, third base coach Justin Daly, first base coach Matt Deckman, and the assistant coaches being Trent Huffman, Skylar Campbell, and Michael Nodine. All great and amazing people out here able to coach this wonderful Eagles team, who is now, like I said, on their 4th win streak and looking to make it 5 here against Concordia, because last year they were able to beat Concordia narrowly 4-3, as I said earlier in the stream. And you know, Concordia has 2 more games played and 2 more games lost than Columbia City at a 5-3 record. So Columbia City definitely could pull off the win here, especially with a jacked Columbia City team, you know, with leadoff hitter Coleman Clark on his way to the plate. Coleman Clark, in the past few home games, uh, he was definitely one to look at. Played all around great baseball. Just, an awesome guy to watch playing baseball when he's over on third or maybe even shortstop or pitching. And when he's up batting, able to hit very well. As first pitch comes in and almost hits him. Count is 0-1 here. And count 2-0 here. As number 3, Jalen Campos, is on the plate. On the mound, sorry. He was the leadoff hitter for Concordia, who was able to hit his double over on that right field side to Drew Vanderford. It was a well placed hit, bounced like just left of that foul line, stayed in and rolled in foul territory, which made the run for Vanderford just that much harder. But now, with 4 pitches thrown and that being ball 4, Coleman Clark takes his place at first base.
Eagles, number 9,
Grayson Bradbury now at the plate. Grayson has pitched several games so far in the year, and he's been hitting very well. Been able to put the ball in some tough places, as that one is fouled over that right field side. Bradbury is also one of those guys to look out for. Plays amazing baseball when he's up and in a positive attitude. So he's also a monster on the base paths. Been able to steal very efficiently, as that pickoff move over to Coleman Clark, and number 10, the first baseman, Maddox Wright, able to field it cleanly. Just applied the tag just a little too late. That pitch was in the dirt. The catcher, number 4, John Clem, able to knock it down, keep it from getting past him. Count is 1-1 right now. Coleman Clark taking a decent lead over there on the first base side. Count is 2-1 now, as that pitch was outside and low. John Clem able to slide over and field it, making sure it doesn't get by him and allow Coleman Clark to steal second. That pitch called strike on the outside edge there looked a little off the plate, but that moves the count to 2-2. And now Bradbury behind in the count. He's got to crowd the plate, make sure he chokes up on the bat, gets a quick swing out here, just to make sure he can put this ball somewhere in the field. And he does over on that right field side. The right fielder gets not under it, severely misjudges it, and Coleman Clark called out at second as the right fielder able to throw it into the shortstop. The shortstop able to catch it and put out Coleman Clark. The way the right fielder made it look was that he was camped under it, so Coleman went back to first base, but then the ball ended up dropping and Coleman got a late start over to second base and just was not able to beat out the throw. Number 18, Brady Schrader to the plate now, and he takes first pitch ball, as it looked like it might have been a well-placed pitch, but the way John Clem slid over may have been the reason Blue called ball there. Second pitch. The hit and run was on as Brady Schrader tried to knock that one into the field, and Grayson Bradbury took a quick head start over to the bag. It was foul tipped over on that left field side, and Justin Daly went over to grab it. Count is 1-1, 1 out on the board. Grayson Bradbury, the first base runner now, pick off towards his direction. He is safe though. Number 18, Brady Schrader, is the designated hitter for the pitcher, Lucas Schmidt. And great fielding there by the shortstop, able to dive out, or able to stretch out and grab it, and then throw it over to the second baseman who got the put out on Grayson Bradbury. So now Brady Schrader, the runner at first base, and number 6, Landon Iden, takes his place at the plate. Landon Iden is the center fielder who was able to field a couple of the baseballs that went out in his direction, and he ended up making a throw into Coleman Clark, just a little off. That allowed another run to score. Ooh, Iden nicks that one, and it nicks the top of the backstop and flies right over the booth here. So count is 1-1, 2 outs on the board. Iden looking to put this in place somewhere, make sure he can advance Brady Schrader. Count is 2-1 now. Jalen Campo's been repeatedly looking over at Brady Schrader, but not decided to pick off yet. And Brady Schrader on his way to second, safe at second after the ball got by the catcher there. Brady Schrader, the big boy, already at second base off of that stolen base there. Now, if Iden can get a solid hit here, maybe in the left center or right center, this could score Brady Schrader. But he takes ball 4. And then Iden, now at first. James Getz Now on his way to the plate, James hit a solid right center hit at the end of the first game of the season opener, and he nailed it for a walk-off triple. But now he takes first pitch ball as it was just too low there. And checking the runner at second, Jalen Campos pitches, and James hits a fly ball out to the center fielder, who was able to get under it and catch it, and that is the third out of the inning. So taking a look here, number 25, Tyler Mower, appears to be the next batter up, as Columbia City's same lineup makes their way out to the field now. Number 5, Lucas Schmidt on the mound. Number 7, Eli Platt behind the plate. Number 23, Devin Kreider over at first base. Number 4, James Getz over at second. Number 9, Grayson Bradbury at shortstop. Number 8, Coleman Clark in left field. At third base. Zach Berry in left field. Number 6, Landon Iden in center. And number 11, Drew Vanderford in right.
Here, restart it. And I'll
From the windup, Schmidt pitches, and that is ball 1 on the outside edge. Schmidt just been a little off with his pitching here. The second pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Just a little off with his pitching. He pitched a couple of batters to able to get them out and play, but other than that, he's walked 1, and 3 others have hit off of him. And count is 3-1 now. Number 25, Tyler Mower, looking to maybe take ball 4 here and make his way over to first, but instead he hits one that bounces to Bradbury, who's able to field it and throw over to Devin Kreider. That one was hit right into the mound and started bouncing towards the shortstop side. Number 9, Grayson Bradbury, able to run over, grab it, and sling it over to number 23, Devin Kreider, for the putout there. Awesome play by those guys out there. Number 15, Maddox Crocker, on his way to the plate as he takes first pitch, ball 1.
It's a 2.
So count 2-0 now. Schmidt pitches. That is strike 1. That pitch made Maddox Crocker try to dodge out of the way a little. But count 2-1, Schmidt climbing his way back in. Lou walked out from behind the plate a little bit, but now walked back behind it. Way outside, count is now 3-1. And inside for ball 4, Maddox Crocker takes his base. Now back to the top of the lineup here. Number 3, Jalen Campos back to the plate. Colorful looking bat. Orange on the end, blue for the barrel. Looked like it was a multitude of different colors as he was walking up and swinging it. But pickoff move by Lucas Schmidt there was unfortunately unable to get the first base runner. Schmidt pitches. Strike 1. Lucas Schmidt already able to get ahead in the count. That is very good for him as he's been behind in the count for his last 2 batters. Lucas Schmidt able to get ahead in the count is a very good thing for Columbia City so that they can put pressure on the batters. But as the count moves to 1-1, it is more even now. Count is 1-1, 1 out on the board. 2-0 in favor of Concordia as of currently, as we are in the top of the second. That appeared to be maybe in the strike zone, but it is called ball, as it looked like it could have been on that outside, maybe top corner. Count is 2-1. Now this pitch on its way in, knocked up into the air over first base side. The first baseman able to catch it. Devin Kreider hustles halfway down the line, able to catch that one in foul territory. Maddox Crocker got a little bit of a lead off at first, thinking about stealing as everybody walked back to their positions. Now number 5, Landon Kanishki on his way to the plate. Pickoff move by Lucas Schmidt there. Maddox Crocker able to make his way back to the base, standing up. And first pitch, strike. Looked to be in the higher part of that strike zone there. This count is now 0-1 with 2 outs on the board. Columbia City able to hold that runner on first the entire time now, making sure he doesn't advance. That pitch is outside. Eli Platt able to get behind it. Many things going for Concordia here. They are able to, stealing. Foul ball over that right field side. As I was saying, a lot of things going for Concordia here. They were able to get on the base paths efficiently to start out with. And then just a couple things happened that moved to out 3. And here they are sort of at a halt, but still have a player on base. They could do something with that except for with that foul ball. Count is still at 1-2, 2 outs on the board. Yeah, Columbia City's starting to slow down this Concordia offense here. And if this is strike 3, this will give Columbia City their next chance to bat. Ball 2 there as Eli Platt able to slide out in front of it. Ball outside and in the dirt. Count is 2-2 now, 2 outs on the board, with the lead being 2-0 for Concordia. Over to Bradbury. Bradbury slings it over to the first baseman, Kreider, for another putout. That was the second 6-3 play for this inning. Great fielding there by Bradbury, making sure that they can get their third out of the inning. And now Columbia City has another chance to bat here. maybe chip away or take over that Concordia lead. They need 2 runs to tie, 3 to take the lead. Very doable with this Columbia City offense, Columbia City offense. They've been efficient in scoring in these past few games. As I said, they're on their 4th win streak. Sorry, they're on a 4-win streak now, with the team being 5-1. The leadoff hitter should be Drew Vanderford. Devin Kreider to follow him up, and Eli Platt to follow Devin up. Yeah, Drew Vanderford able to get in one ball that was hit towards him in the first inning. He was just able to field it, throw it into the second baseman to make sure Jalen Campos, who hit his double, the only double to today's game, Vandy was able to prevent it from being a triple.
It's perfectly in the box. The guy could have hit it. Oh, wait.
Leading it up for the Eagles, number 11, Drew Vanderford.
What if, like, it's a ball and
So Concordia spreads out to their positions as Drew Vanderford walks into the batter box. Drew Vanderford is one of the few lefties on this Eagle team. And as the first pitch is on its way in, Drew swings at it and just barely misses for an 0-1 count to start it off. Drew's hit many a doubles so far this season, just racking them out there towards that outfield, and he was able to give Columbia City a lot of chances to win their home games that I was able to announce. Just double after double after double, staying aggressive with that bat. And now the count is 0-2. Vanderford absolutely needs to put barrel to ball here. And he does foul over that third base side. Falls outside of the fence. So count still 0-2. Vanderford now battling here, making sure that he doesn't get out on a strike. Yeah, crowding the plate, choking up on the bat, making sure he can get a quick swing here. He knocks that one off the end of his bat into foul territory over on that third base side still. Drew Vanderford just doing an awesome job battling in this 0-2 count. And that a ball inside. It appeared to be a curveball that curved way too far. The catcher number 4, John Clem, had to slide over to get that one. Vandy backed up out of the way so he didn't get hit. And count is 1-2. He slaps that one over to the first base side, gets past the first and second baseman, and Vanderford is safe at first. Now the big man, Devin Kreider, up to the plate now. He was able to get a couple of putouts and an amazing caught ball. I don't know why I said catch. An amazing caught ball down the first base line in foul territory. Just a little while ago. His count moves to 0-1 now, as that was on the outside edge. Looked maybe on that area of being ball strike. But 0-1 here. No outs on the board for Columbia City, as this pitch is on its way in. Curveball in the dirt. Count is now 1-1. Devin Kreider has also had his fair share of doubles this year, giving Columbia City more chances to score like Vanderford has. And this could definitely pose well for Vanderford, who's on the base paths. He dives back after that pick-off move. He is safe. Devin Kreider back on the plate now. Pickoff move over to Vanderford. Vanderford's still safe. Looks like they're calling it close there. Vanderford's still getting back in time though. And swing and a miss from Devin Kreider there. Count is 1-2 now. Kreider looking to at least make a quick swing here, make contact with the ball and get on base like Vanderford did. Anything to be put in play. Vanderford on his way to second base. That one shot up over the left field side. Caught by the left fielder. And Vanderford makes his way back to first base safe. Number 7, Eli Platt on his way to the plate now. He is the catcher for Columbia City tonight. Just unfortunate hit there for Kreider. Got way too under it and it popped up way out in that left field side. The left fielder able to track it down and get under it. He camped under it for a moment before he had to catch it, and Vanderford was already halfway to second, making sure he didn't get caught up like Holman did earlier in the game. Eli Platt takes a swinging strike there, looking like he was trying to get under it and all to push it way out the outfield there. And strike 2, called strike 2, looks low and outside there. So now Platt has to protect over the plate. 1 out on the board. Still a little breathing room for Columbia City here to make some runs happen, to make some plays happen. A third pitch on its way in, way too high. Vanderford on his way to second, safe. So that is a stolen base for Drew Vanderford there. Awesome job, able to time that up and get over there in time. Able to beat out that throw that the catcher made. It looked like the catcher bobbled it just before he got the throw off. And that gave Vanderford plenty of time to slide into second there. Catcher went out for a quick talk to the pitcher there. Now he's behind the plate again, and Concordia resuming play. Count is 1-2. Still only 1 out on the board. And Eli fouls that one off back behind the booth. Count is still 1-2 after that last foul ball. Eli battling now. Trying to protect the plate, anything close he wants to put out in play, out in the field. And swing and a miss there. That is the second out of the inning. And now number 14, Zach Berry, on his way out there. Besides Grayson Bradbury, Zach Berry is the other sophomore on this lineup here. Zach Berry previously playing out in left field. Bradbury watches the first pitch go by, and it is strike 1, 2 outs on the board. Drew Vanderford has a nice lead over on second, definitely able to get to third without much effort if the ball gets by the catcher. Berry slaps that one out to the right fielder, who is able to get under it and catch it. That is the third out of the inning. So now Columbia City on their way back out to the field now. Concordia still only has a 2-run lead over Columbia City. The Cadets over there scheming up maybe a game plan for the next time they're out on the field. Number 3 and number 4, the pitcher and catcher talking to the coach there. The pitcher still appears to be Lucas Schmidt out on the mound. He hasn't necessarily had a rough time at pitching. Definitely a little worse than he'd want it to be. But still nothing to completely complain about, as last inning he didn't allow anybody to get past first base. And now number 9, Chance Harris, on his way to the plate. Make sure to tune in April 21st, which is this Friday, for Columbia City's next home game versus Manchester. Possibly could see a rainout though, because weather reports state that rain starts Thursday night, moves into Friday, and then Saturday. But let's enjoy this beautiful day out here today. Roughly high 60s, not a whole lot of wind, maybe 13 miles per hour towards south-southeast direction. That ball foul tip there for the count to be 0-2 now. Chance Harris down in the count. Lucas Schmidt looking to strike him out here with maybe this third pitch. Making it strike 3, getting ahead early in the inning for 1 out. Let's see here from the windup. Schmidt throws. It's hit back to Schmidt. Schmidt able to rip it, not necessarily rip it, toss it over to Devin Kreider for the put out. And Columbia City able to get ahead in the inning so far. Jack Belshner now stepping up to the plate. Belshner last time was Columbia City's second out, as he got put out at second from a Coleman Clark over to James Getz play, a 5-4 play, fielder's choice. Count is 1-0 now. Lucas Schmidt pitching from the windup here. Count is 3-0. Sorry, there were two pitches thrown when I said there was only 1-0 count, but it is a 3-out count as Schmidt throws now ball 4 against number 16, Jack Belshner. Number 10, Maddox Wright, on his way to the plate now. Pitches, no pickoff move. Even fake me out. Pickoff move from Lucas Schmidt over to Devin Kreider. Jack Belshner able to make it back to the base with a lot of time to spare there. Maybe he thinks about getting a step or two more. He's stealing now. Platt tries to throw him out, but that is on the wrong side of the base there. Just unfortunate there, as Jack Belshner able to steal second. Second pitch on its way in, and Platt able to frame that one up for Lucas Schmidt's possibly second strike. Schmidt pitches in. Foul tip. Count appears to still be 0-2 with 1 out on the board. Schmidt doing an awesome job making sure that he doesn't pitch anything outside of the strike zone and give Concordia any unnecessary runs. And now that was a swinging strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Now batting number 4, John Clem. He is the catcher for Concordia and has been making several sliding stops behind the plate off of wild pitches. Just been doing really well. That lined over Schmidt and past Bradbury. And number 16, Jack Belshner, in at home to make that Concordia's third run of the game. Number 8, Carter Ripke up to the plate now. This will be Carter's second time up at the plate. Ooh. Oh, Lucas Schmidt picked over to first base, and instead of diving back, John Clem took off towards second, and Kreider just barely unable to throw him out over at second base. Count is 0-1 now after that last strike. Good job on Lucas Schmidt, able to get ahead in the count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Count is 0-2, 2 outs on the board. Schmidt in great position here to get out of this inning, not allow any more runs. And John Clem steals his way over to third base. And now count is 1-2. Carter Ripke able to wait out that first ball, maybe able to climb back into the count here. He knocks that one over first base side, and Schmidt stumbles over the baseball, unable to get Ripke out at first base. Tyler Mower on his way to the plate now. He was previously walked in his last at-bat. Lucas Schmidt picks off over towards first. Maybe a little upset that Carter Ripke was able to make it to first base off of that previous E1 play. Schmidt pitches on the outside edge and gets strike 1. Yeah, just unfortunate play there as that one was hit down the first base line in the grass of the infield, and Schmidt ran over and tried to pick it up, but couldn't get a hold of it. Just unfortunately bobbled it, and Ripke was able to beat out anything Schmidt was able to do after that. Count 1-1, 2 outs on the board. Concordia with a 4-0 lead now. That one hit back to Schmidt, right past him, and rolled right out into center. Oh! That one rolled out in the center, and Landon Iden tried to throw it in to Coleman Clark, and it appeared that the runner may have gotten in the way of Coleman Clark's vision, or maybe Coleman was just worried that he might get hit by the runner and wasn't able to catch it. Fortunately, though, they didn't allow the runners to advance any more bases than they did. And number 15, Maddox Crocker, up the plate now as the count is 1-0. 2 outs on the board. Count is now 2-0 after that last pitch. Yeah, still the top of the third here, as Concordia is able to has been able to battle back with 2 outs on the board in this inning, and now 2 more runners in scoring position, 1 on third, 1 on second, and Maddox takes a ball inside there. Count is now 3-0. Schmidt just trying to do whatever he can to get out of this inning. It's just been an unfortunate ravel of events after he got his first 2 outs, but now strike 1 there, called on that outside edge. And ball 4. With the leadoff hitter, Jalen Campos, on his way back up to the plate. Now, bases are loaded, 2 outs on the board. Concordia's deciding factor here is whether Campos can hit it or not, and he does, and it bounces off Bradbury's chest, and he is unable to pick it up and get an out. E6 there. Concordia scores 1 more run. Now 5 runs on the board, and bases are still loaded. So Landon Kanishki on his way back up to the plate now. Columbia City meeting out the mound now, probably trying to pep talk Lucas Schmidt up now. See if they can get out of this inning without having to switch pitchers. Yeah, Schmidt's just got to throw 1 more out here so that Columbia City has a chance to come back and still be able to play an amazing offense and still take the lead within these next couple of innings here. Out over on the bullpen warming up appears to maybe be Brady Schrader. First pitch, ball 1, inside on the batter number 5, Landon Kanishki. He knocks that one over into right field, bounces fair, and Vanderford throws in to Devin Kreider. 2 runs able to score on that. Now there's a runner at first and third. So Chance Harris now. Oh, Chance Harris up to the plate, and now the runner took off to steal. Eli Platt threw down to second base and was not able to get the steal, or was not able to get the runner. And the third base runner ran in after a pass ball out into center field, and the runner that went from first to second is injured right now. Took a while to get up, and now he's getting up and walking around with a limp. He stays over at second base, luckily able to keep himself from getting too injured, and he has decided to keep himself out there, make sure he can base run. He's walking it off pretty well now, as number 9 Chance Harris still up to bat. Harris takes second pitch ball. Yeah, Concordia's lead now moves to 8-0, and it's still only the top of the third. Just unfortunate series of events for Columbia City here, as that is ball 4, and Chance Harris makes his way down to first base. Number 16, Jack Belshner, now makes his way to the plate. First pitch hit right back to Lucas Schmidt. Schmidt able to throw it over to first base for the third out of the inning. Finally able to get out of the inning, and now Columbia City able to see if they can turn it around on offense. Just a great inning for Concordia there. Able to rack up 6 more runs. Able to get the bats moving, steals going. Just a couple of unfortunate errors for Columbia City. Couple of things that should have been fielded properly or should have been picked up correctly or just may have not been thrown, but it didn't pose well for Columbia City. I do believe number 3, Jalen Campos, is still out on the mound here. Yes, it is still Jalen Campos pitching for Concordia. Yeah, just, Landon Kanishki and the rest of the Concordia crew that was up to bat there, able to get a 2-out rally and boost their lead to 8 now. Props to those boys, able to fight on even with 2 outs on the board, and just, unfortunate events for Columbia City as error after error piled up that inning. The top of the lineup for Columbia City, number 8, Coleman Clark, out at the plate now. Clark looking to start off Columbia City's rally here, maybe to see if they can chip away at this Concordia lead, as he slaps one out up in the air towards center field. The second baseman able to catch it. And oh, no, he wasn't able to catch it. It did bounce, and number 8, Coleman Clark, safe at first. So now number 9, Grayson Bradbury, at the plate now, looking to see if he can add on to this rally that Coleman Clark may have started here. Pickoff move, not able to get Coleman Clark as he dove back safe. Grayson Bradbury looking to still take his first pitch here, maybe see if he can knock that one out into the outfield like Coleman Clark did. He shows bunt outside on the area on the strike zone there, but still called strike. It is 0-1, even though he pulled back. Interesting call there. It looked like it should have been a ball. Maybe the umpire didn't believe that he pulled his bat back in time, but either way, the second pitch on its way in now. Low and outside for ball one. Count is 1-1. Coleman Clark getting a decent lead over there on first base. Could pose well for him if there is a pass ball or any sort of hit made by Grayson Bradbury if he's able to get over to second base. That pitch there, high and inside for ball two. Bradbury has a good eye here, taking those last two pitches for balls. And now the count is 2-1. Still no outs on the board. Concordia with an 8-0 lead. Columbia City looking to chip away at it, or maybe even come back here as that pitch makes it 3-1. It was in the dirt and outside again. Number 4, John Clem, able to slide over and knock it down, making sure he checked Coleman Clark that's over there on first base. Was saying, test me. And now Bradbury takes ball 4. Coleman Clark now at second. Grayson Bradbury on first. And now number 18, Brady Schrader, on his way to the plate. Brady Schrader appeared to be warming up on the bullpen after Lucas Schmidt had a rough time pitching last inning, and Concordia was able to rack up run after run to get 6 runs that inning and make their lead turn out 8-0. Brady Schrader looking to hit here as Blue called time for a moment. Blue walks up behind the plate now, and Brady Schrader ready to resume play, as well as Concordia's pitcher. And ball 1, as that pitch was in the dirt. John Clem able to slide out front of it, make sure it didn't get past him, so that Coleman Clark didn't advance over to third. Bradbury still over on first, Coleman Clark at second. Both have very nice leads. And Schrader takes ball 2 there. Jalen Campos, number 3, the pitcher for Concordia, keeps pitching low and outside. John Clem had to slide over several times to knock down the baseball. I wonder if Jalen's having a tough time targeting, but Brady Schrader able to hit a hard hit ground ball that went right between the third baseman's legs, and that scored Columbia City's first run of the game. Coleman Clark able to make it in. Yeah, Brady Schrader hit a nice ground ball that went right between the third baseman's leg. It slid pretty fast, and number 10, Colton Kneffelkamp, on his way out to courtesy run for Brady Schrader. Colton Kneffelkamp is one of the few lefties that is on this team as well. He hasn't seen much hitting time, but here he is now getting courtesy running time for Brady Schrader, who I believe will be the next pitcher for Columbia City. So Coach Bell walks out and gives his courtesy run substitution to Blue. Blue relays it over to Concordia. And now with a runner at first and second, Landon Iden, number 6, Landon Iden, the center fielder, walks up to the plate now to see if he can continue this Columbia City rally. First pitch on its way in, and Iden hits it way out in the center field. The center fielder running way out for it, able to stretch out for it. And nice catch by the center fielder, Jack Belschner, was just able to run that one down and stretch out like Landon Iden in the first inning. Iden now walking back to the dugout as number 4, James Getz, makes his way to the plate. Yeah, just unfortunate for Landon Iden there. That was a well-hit ball way out in the left center field. It was just that the center fielder was able to run it down. And Grayson Bradbury able to slide in there safe as a well-caught and thrown ball by the catcher over to third base. It was just over too far on that left side, and the third baseman could not lay down the tag. So now, runner on third and second, and James gets up to hit now. He could place one out in the outfield somewhere that would score 2 more runs for Columbia City. Pitch on the way in, high and inside for ball 2. Yeah, that was just great timing from Grayson Bradbury and Colton Kneffelkamp to steal those bases. Getz slaps that one out into the outfield towards left center. That was able to score Grayson Bradbury, but Colton Kneffelkamp held up at third base as that was a shallow hit outfield ball, and the center fielder able to fire it into the catcher. Drew Vanderford up to bat now. Like I said earlier, he's hit his fair share of doubles this year and looking to do it again. As Grayson Bradbury made the second run for Columbia City this game, and now Concordia only leads by 6, score 8-2. As Concordia's coach comes out to talk to the pitcher now. And while they smooth things over, taking a look at the weather, still high 60s out right now. Actually, it is 71 degrees, it appears, and I do not believe it is all too windy out there. 72 degrees, sorry. 72 feels like 72. The wind is 11 miles per hour, humidity 36 degrees. Just a beautiful day for baseball out here. Glad these boys get to play. Not many chances last year as it snowed well into mid-May and kept these boys off the field for some time. But now this year, looking well as Monday it snowed, but it's supposed to heat up. Getz already on his way down to second. And Colton almost caught over on the third base side as number 4, John Clem, pump fakes towards down second and threw over to third base. Getz still able to steal second, though, and Colton's still safe over at third base. So now runners on second and third with Drew Vanderford still up to bat. Count is 1-1 as that was a strike, 1 out. Oh, count is 0-2. Count 0-2. Drew Vanderford has to make some sort of contact here if it's in the strike zone to keep this rally going. And here we go. He makes contact, fouled over outside of the fence on that left field side. Able to keep battling, only 1 out on the board 2 runners in scoring position here. If he's able to hit this anywhere into the outfield, could possibly score these next 2 runs, as James Getz is a speedster around the base paths. Colton Knefelkamp still only 90 feet away from home. He doesn't have to put in too much effort if this ball makes its way to the outfield. Count is 1-2 now as that ball was in the dirt. John Clem able to knock it down and keep it in front of him. Any pass ball or any wild pitch here that makes its way to the backstop, and Colton Knefelkamp could be on his way home, and James Getz on his way to third to make Columbia City's 3rd run of the game. That pitch in the dirt, 2, count is 2-2 now. Vanderford could definitely look here to see if this next pitch is ball. Probably should stay aggressive though. Choke up on the bat, make sure he gets a quick swing just in case if anything's towards the strike zone. Just gotta keep his eye on the ball here, as this next pitch is on the way in. Outside, count is full now. Just an unfortunate timed song play up here, as the song man thought it was ball 4. A little funny. And now Vanderford watching this 3-2 count pitch. Ball 4 and pass ball. And Colton Knefelkamp in at home. That is Columbia City's 3rd run of the game and 3rd run of this inning, chipping down the lead to 5.
I'm at number 23, Devin.
Devin Kreider up to bat now. Just a decently lengthy at bat there, but now we've got a new batter. It is Devin Kreider. Runners on first and third. Vanderford on first. James Getz on third. Concordia calling a play here, maybe to see if Vanderford steals. They can get him or Getz out with that pump fake play that they had earlier. Vanderford bulk stealing. Oh, unfortunate slip up by Vanderford. He couldn't draw out the ball. He just couldn't draw out any sort of play, and Getz was unable to steal home. Yeah, that balk steal didn't work out, as Vanderford lost grip around the base paths and couldn't draw out the play any longer. So now 2 outs on the board, count 0-1 after that last pitch, and Getz over on third base. If Kreider is able to hit this anywhere in the outfield, make sure it gets down, James Getz will definitely be able to score here. Count is 1-1 now, 2 outs on the board still. Score is 8-3, still in favor of Concordia. And now strike 2 there. Count is 1-2. Looked like an inside pitch. Kreider tried to back away from it, but it was on that inside edge over the plate. Blue called strike 2. So count 1-2, 2 outs on the board. James gets over at third. Pitch there. Kreider slaps over to the shortstop, who slings it over to the first baseman for the 3rd out. Unfortunate thing there for Columbia City is they had a definite chance to score at least 2 more runs there, but Vanderford unable to pull off the balk steal that has been so effective for them this year. Brady Schrader makes his way out to grab the ball and step on the mound here to pitch for Columbia City. And Eli Platt makes his way behind the plate, still catching. Brady Schrader had, from what I can remember, Brady Schrader had one awesome time pitching and one rougher time pitching. Brady Schrader was able to come in and finish out a game after Henry Neller came in and just wasn't able to throw strikes for a period there. And then there was another time that Brady came in to relieve, and he couldn't do much better, but still was able to pull off the win at some point. I do believe that may have been during the Churubusco game, or maybe one of the later games, but still, Brady is a good pitcher and can definitely pull something off here. Maybe able to finish out these last 4 innings or so. And now just hopefully something turns out for Columbia City here. They have been fielding somewhat decent, just a couple of mental errors and mental mistakes here and there from all around the infield. Just, if Landon Iden well, it's not really on any one of the boys. Concordia's just been able to hit well and run around the base paths well, just playing smart baseball. So if the boys can get lucky here, camp under a couple fly balls or field a couple of ground balls and throw them over to the first baseman to get outs, they could definitely turn this game around really quickly after they had a previous inning of 3 runs. So leading off for the Cadets, number 10, Maddox Wright. This will be his 3rd plate appearance here. First pitch in the dirt, bounced off Eli Platt and rolled over in foul territory. Count is 1-0. Brady definitely pitching with higher velocity here than Lucas Schmidt. Second pitch just a little outside for Blues taste. Count is 2-0 now. Blue calls time as the bullpen ended up missing a ball there and throwing it into foul territory. All things resolved, and that pitch makes the count 3-0. Just unfortunately, Brady Schrader throwing it a little low and outside, unable to hit the strike zone at the moment. Count is 3-0 as Maddox Wright, looking ball 4, takes his base. Number 4, John Clem, making his way up to the plate now.
They restarted it.
That walk just not in favor of Columbia City now, as they need to do at least something to make sure that they can keep these Concordia players off the base paths and keep them from scoring. As first, he didn't pitch, he picked off, and picked off kind of high. Devin Kreider was unable to lay down the tag. And pitched there, low and outside, ball 1. Maddox Wright over on first base for Concordia Cadets. If he's able to steal or advance to second on a walk or play, he will be in scoring position. That pitch low there. Count is now 2-0. Just an unfortunate thing for Brady Schrader, still hasn't thrown a strike, looking to throw his first sometime soon to keep Concordia from scoring anymore. Blue just not giving him a whole lot of room to work with. That pitch on its way in towards the dirt. Oh! So pitch in the dirt as the Concordia player got his secondary lead closer to second base, and Eli Platt threw over to Devin Kreider and turned around. Devin was able to field the ball and turn around. It looked like the throw and the tag beat the runner by several feet, and Blue called him safe over at first base. I don't know, strange call there. It looked like the throw beat him by, yeah, roughly 3 steps there. Now Blues talking it over as Coach Bell came out to talk to the field umpire. Conferred and called him safe. Unfortunate turnout for Columbia City there, as that could have been the first out of the inning and could have posed well for the rest of this inning for Columbia City if they didn't have any more base runners to deal with. Some of the crowd booing. And strike 2 there. Count is 2-2 now as Brady was able to throw his second strike. And now things turning around for Columbia City, it looks like, as this next pitch. Oh. Platt received another pitch and then picked over to see if he could get the runner out. And that throw was a little high for Kreider. Kreider tried to swing around and apply somewhat of a tag, but it was too high. That ball put in play. Bounced to... Oh! Double play there. Awesome play by Columbia City. So, the batter hit the ball. It bounced off of the mound and bounced right to Bradbury, who was able to toss it over to James Getz, the second baseman, to get the out at second. And James able to turn it over to the first baseman for a double play. Beautiful play by the Columbia City Eagles there. Just, all around great baseball for that one. Love to see it. Love to see it. And now, number 8, Carter Rippey, up to the plate. He swings, taps one into the air over towards the shortstop. Shortstop camped under it. Out. Beautiful last couple of seconds there by Columbia City. Able to, I don't know, that was just awesome baseball. Even after the Concordia Cadets were able to be given an out back after the play over at first base, Columbia City bounced back with a double play and then that pop fly over to the second baseman for that out. All around great baseball by Columbia City there.
So am I. I have an 11%. What do you have? I know that y'all group is
Yeah, that was awesome to watch. I just can't get over that last couple of seconds there. Columbia City able to pull that out, keep Concordia from scoring any more runs, and now Columbia City can keep chipping away at this lead and possibly take over. That was just awesome. I bet you the head coach for Concordia Cadets, Matt Urban, is not too happy about that after they were given a graceful play there. Sorry, I just can't find the word to say. But after they were given that play there over at first base, that was able to keep runner number 10, Maddox, right in the game. And then just that double play that was turned. Awesome baseball. Awesome baseball. And now, number 7, Eli Platt walks up to the plate. After that last couple of seconds, Eli Platt definitely could keep this momentum going for Columbia City, knock one into the outfield, or at least get a walk here, as I think number 3, Jalen Campos, is still up on the mound. First pitch here, and Eli pulls that one way too far left into foul territory. Good sign, though, for Eli that he was able to make contact on that first pitch. I just got to wait back a little more and maybe put this somewhere and play in left center. Pitch too high. Count moves to 1-1. The catcher, number 4, John Clem, had to reach up to catch that one. Third pitch on its way in and way too high again. Up at Eli's neck head level there. Count moves to 2-1 now. Score 8-3. 5-run lead in favor of Concordia. Columbia City looking to chip away at this lead. Still too high. Jalen Campos just unfortunately unable to get that ball down. And now Eli looking for ball four, as he pulled it way too far down and outside for ball 4. Number 14, Zach Berry walking up to the plate now. All right. Zach Berry, the left fielder for this game, hasn't been seeing too much action in left field, but now he could see a little more action here up to the plate as first pitch comes in way too high for ball 1. That was at Berry's head and above level. Jalen Campos just unable to pull that ball down enough to get a strike, and the one time that he did was way too low and outside. That was what walked Eli Platt earlier. Still too high. Berry had to lean back a little bit for that one. And this is Berry's second at-bat here. After this, we will move back to Coleman Clark, the top of the lineup for Columbia City. Pickoff move over towards first. Platt safe by at least a step there. As Jalen Campos resets now, looking to pitch. Again, no pickoff move. Back over to Eli Platt again. Eli still beating that by maybe half to a full step there. Berry had to take a couple moments off, looking to at bat now. And still too high at Berry's upper chest level. Ball 3, count 3-0, still no outs. Eli getting a decent lead off over there. And now way too outside. Eli could definitely take third here, maybe. He rounds second with the intent to take third, but walks his way back to second as that was ball 4. Zach Berry makes his way to first base. And now Coleman Clark, number 2, Keegan Spencer, courtesy running for number 7, Eli Platt at second base, and now Concordia coming up to meet at the mound. Yeah, number 2, Keegan Spencer. When I watched him play the last couple of years, he was a monster around the base paths, being very fast and very elusive. Now, looking for a pitching change here. Number 2, Sam Eggold, making his way out to the outfield. I believe.
Africa?
I do not know. Yeah, that is Jalen Campos making his way to the dugout now. As if I can get a look here at the jersey number, I'll tell you who is pitching. It is number 15, Maddox Crocker. Maddox Crocker now pitching for the Concordia Cadets. And now Columbia City will have to get used to a new pitcher here. Maddox Crocker's pitching looks to have a decent amount of movement here.
For the cadets, number 15, Maddox Crocker.
Yeah, Maddox Crocker here, the way it looks like that he pitches, He brings that arm straight back and then straight forward to make sure that he doesn't throw too much side to side and keeps it up and down. Doesn't look to be working for him very well though, but I do believe he tries to pitch with a lot more movement and a lot less velocity. This could have trouble. This could spell out trouble for the Columbia City Eagles here. But as number 8, Coleman Clark, the batter from the top of the lineup for Columbia City, getting ready to hit now. Blue makes his way behind the plate, and there's runners at first and second.
Back for the Eagles, number 8, Coleman Clark.
Runner at second, number 2, Keegan Spencer. Runner at first, number 14, Zach Berry. Now Coleman Clark looking for some sort of hit here. Maybe to advance the runners and possibly even score Columbia City's 4th run here. Way too high. Way above Coleman Clark's head. That first pitch, now it is ball 1. Count 1-0 here. That pitch inside given to Coleman Clark as he moved just a little out of the way for it. Count is 2-0 now. Yeah, Columbia City looking for a passed ball or wild pitch of some sort here to advance the next 2 runners to the next bases. But now, Coleman Clark taking third pitch, low and inside, ball 3, count 3-0 now. Score is still 8-3 in favor of Concordia with a 5-run lead. That is the first strike thrown. Count is 3-1 and now. Coach Daly, the third base coach, signaling to his runner. Maybe looking for Keegan to steal at some point here. Throw Concordia off. Pitch too high. Coleman Clark on his way down to first base, and now bases are loaded. Bases are loaded for Grayson Bradbury, who's making his way to the plate now.
Bradbury.
Grayson Bradbury has had his fair share of triumphs and tribulations in this game, as he's had a couple of errors, but a couple clean plays too. First pitch ball there. He initially started that double play at the top of the 4th. It was just an awesome play, double play, as he was able to field it off of the pitcher's mound and toss it over to James Getz. Second pitch there, strike. Count is 1-1 now. Bradbury looking to maybe tee one up here and knock it to the outfield. Score a couple runs here. Too high. Count moves to 2-1 now. Yeah, Keegan Spencer just 90 feet away from home, and Zach Berry just 180 feet away from home. Definitely could score here if Bradbury can hit one out. Strike 2 there on that inside edge. Count moves to 2-2 now. Unfortunate call there. Was way on that inside edge. Bradbury thought he had ball there. He slaps that one over to the third baseman. Third baseman throws over to the first baseman. Safe. Wow. Third baseman held on to it for too long. He was going to try to get a tag or throw it to second base, but as the 2 runners there were safe, he threw it over to first and was not able to catch Bradbury. And now, number 18, Brady Schrader up to the plate now. Definitely a power hitter here. I've seen him hit past. He's knocked one out of the park this year. First pitch ball outside. Yeah, season opener, he was able to smack one into left field right over the fence. Brady, if he could do that now, that would be a grand slam and would tie up the game. Oh! Pitcher jumped around to pick off towards second. Was not able to get the out, though. Coleman Clark safe over at second base off of that pickoff. Number 14, Zach Berry at third. Number 8, Coleman Clark at second. And number 9, Grayson Bradbury at first. Bases are still loaded. Count 2-0 for Brady Schrader here. And another pickoff move. Coleman Clark safe again, but this time he was safe without the tag even being close to applied there. Pitch in way too high. That is Brady Schrader's third ball he's watched go by. Count is 3-0. Still no outs on the board. Columbia City's chipped this lead away to 4 now. And ball 4, that walks in Zach Berry for the 5th run for Columbia City. Number 6, Landon Iden on his way to the plate now. Landon's had just a little trouble on this offensive side with a couple of nice hits, but just been caught. He takes ball 1 there. Ball 2 there, as that was outside the catcher. Number 4 had to slide out in front of it, make sure that nobody was able to advance bases there. Number 8, Coleman Clark. Number 9, Grayson Bradbury. Number 18, Brady Schrader, all on the base paths right now for Landon Iden to hit a clean hit out to the outfield. That pitch a little outside, but called strike. Count is now 2-1 here. One of the few strikes thrown this inning. And now pitch. Iden slaps that one into right field. It's in foul territory and lands. Count is 2-2. Landon Iden absolutely needing anything he can get here to make sure he doesn't get out. Count 2-2, no outs on the board. Pitch. Strike 3. Number 4, James Getz, now on his way out to the plate now.
Number 4, James Getz.
Bases are loaded. James Getz now out to the plate. Still only 1 out in the inning. Columbia City has a lot of breathing room here. Pickoff towards third base. Coleman Clark. I don't know if the pitcher has a problem with Coleman Clark or what, but he's picked off his way like 4 times now. Pitch on that outside edge called strike. Count is 0-1 now. The Concordia pitcher has been getting lucky on that outside edge. Blue giving him all of the pitches that side, besides ones that are obviously way out of the strike zone. Gets here, needs to turn something into hit by pitch. And now Coleman Clark able to take his way into... Coleman Clark able to make his way to the home plate now. And Coleman Clark is Columbia City's 6th run now, and Drew Vanderford, the guy you probably want in this situation, up to bat now. Drew Vanderford several times this past year has hit many doubles, and now Drew Vanderford, if he's able to hit one out to that right field fence side, he could score 3 runs here and possibly help Columbia City take the lead, as that second pitch is ball 2. Way outside again, count is now 3-0. Count is 3-1. Walk there for Drew Vanderford. And now only a 1-run lead for Concordia here. And coach calling time to talk to his pitcher.
Yes, and then you clear the bases. No. You don't clear the bases, you put them on timeout. No. You put them in point. Somebody ran home. Oh. We had.
Yeah. Devin Kreider now going to make his way to the plate soon. Concordia is now moving another new pitcher in now, probably due to the fact that 4 runs have been allowed this inning. This should not be allowed. Number 25, Tyler Mower. Tyler Mower is now the pitcher. Yeah, just unfortunate turnout for Concordia there, as they allowed many runs to be scored in the last 2 innings, 7 runs to be exact. And no, I believe bases are still loaded. So in any way, shape, or form, this could turn out to give Columbia City the lead. Devin Kreider, a power hitter, could hit a double here. Double or triple. Or maybe he could hit a single that scores 2 runs. Anything base hit into the outfield will score at least 2 runs, I believe, unless it's like way shallow in the left field. Other than that, if he's able to put this somewhere for Columbia City to score another run, game's tied.
Now batting number 23, Devin Kreider.
Number 23, Devin Kreider, finally able to walk up to the plate as the warm-ups are over, and Tyler Mower is now pitching. Only 1 out on the board still. Concordia with a 1-run lead. First pitch outside edge, strike 1, count is 0-1. Still, bases are loaded. Anything here could be in favor of Columbia City as he smacks 1. Oh! And that scores a run. Wow. Beautiful turnout for Devin Kreider there as E4.
Now batting number 7, Eli Platt.
Yeah, Devin Kreider, they're able to score. Sorry, yeah, Devin Kreider able to score 1 run there off of that error that was able to knock in the courtesy runner for Brady Schrader. And now Eli Platt back up to the plate. This will be his second time hitting this inning. And now, game's tied. Base is still loaded. And that is ball 1. Count moves to 1-0. The second pitch, its way in now, and Eli takes a swing at it. Foul tip, count 1-1 now. 1 out on the board, and game tied. Interesting comeback for Columbia City here. Hopefully they can keep the rally going. Ball on that outside edge, count is 2-1. Surprisingly, Blue didn't give them that outside edge there. Yeah, just awesome turnout for Columbia City here. Able to score 5 runs this inning and tie it up. And foul tip there, count 2-2. That one just a little off the end of the bat. You could hear it from up here in the booth, though. Count 2-2, 1 out on the board. All 3 bases have pretty decent leads here. The new pitcher, Tyler Mower, up. And ball 3. Count is full now as that pitch bounced way outside and in the dirt. Number 4, John Clem, able to knock it down, make sure it didn't get by him. If it did, it would have scored Columbia City another run, and they would have finally taken the lead. Oh! Wow! Eli Platt hits a comebacker right to the pitcher that bounces. Pitcher picks it up and throws it home, but way outside. And the catcher dropped it. I mean,
Number 14, Zach Berry.
yeah, the catcher dropped it, and safe at home was James Getz. And now, Zach Berry up to hit. Number 2, Keegan Spencer courtesy running. Count is 0-1 now, still 1 out on the board. Yeah, this is Zach Berry's second time at bat this inning. Pitch outside, count is 1-1 with 1 out on the board. Just good eye by Zach Berry. He almost check swung at it, but decided against it as that pitch was way outside. Berry smacks that one up into the right field side, just past the away dugout outside the fence. Count is 1-2, 1 out on the board. And, Zach's got a battle here if he hopes to see Columbia City score some more runs. Base is still loaded. At some point, somebody's got to hit something way into the outfield, score a couple more runs. That would be an awesome turnout for Columbia City. And Berry hits one into the outfield. The center fielder catches it. Center fielder catches it for the second out of the inning. Nobody was able to advance on it as the center fielder cannoned it in back to the pitcher. The first baseman. And now,
So, do you know,
number 8, Coleman Clark up to bat now. And number 12, Henry Neller going out to courtesy run for Devin Kreider. This will be Coleman Clark's second time to bat this inning and his fourth time at bat overall this game. All right, Coleman Clark hoping to hit this somewhere into the outfield now. Bases still loaded. First pitch on its way in. Little low, little outside. Strike call there. Count is 0-1, 2 outs now. And Columbia City has the lead 9-8. Second pitch up and outside for ball 1. Count is 1-1. Foul tip there. Count is 1-2 now. Vanderford on third, Neller on second, and can't see who that is on first, but base is still loaded. Coleman's got a battle here. He hits it over to the third baseman, who runs over and steps on the bag for out number 3. Columbia City with a 1-run lead here in the top of the 5th. Just amazing that Columbia City was able to turn it around here and now has the lead. All right. Brady Schrader still out, or not still out, back out on the mound now after Columbia City's offensive rally there. And now Brady Schrader looking to hold Concordia to another 0-run inning. Just, awesome concentration by the Columbia City Eagles here to score 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd and then 6 in the bottom of the 4th there to be able to take the lead now. And whatever they can do, whatever they can get, Columbia City has to make sure that Concordia doesn't score any more than 1 run to make sure this game still stays in Columbia City's favor. But number 25, Tyler Mower, walking up to the plate now. He was the pitching replacement that was able to end out the inning earlier. And now Tyler Mower out to bat, hopefully looking to do what he did while he was pitching, which was be able to turn the game around for the Cadets. And first pitch ball low in the dirt. Yeah, Tyler Mower was able to pitch Concordia out of the inning, looking to do a great job batting as well. As second pitch strike, count 1-1 now. Second pitch foul tip. Tyler Mower didn't have a lot of motion on that lower body. Kind of just tried to stick the bat out there, see if he could hit it. And now, count 1-2. Ball in the dirt. Eli Platt able to knock it down. Count 2-2 now. Brady probably seeing if he can get the batter to swing or chase at anything outside of the strike zone. And now, oh, Eli Platt thought that was strike three. It looked like it could have been close, maybe just a little low in the strike zone. But now count is full. And outside and low, and Tyler Mower takes his base. Unfortunate turnout for Brady Schrader and Eli Platt there, as they definitely thought they had the strikeout. Apparently Blue thought otherwise. Maddox Crocker up to bat. Maddox Crocker looking to at least advance the runner on first now, but swinging a miss for strike one. Awesome pitch by Brady Schrader there. It was a fast outside pitch. Brady may look to pick off here, checking that runner over on first. Pitches instead up and outside. Platt looks to pick off. Count 1-1. Platt unable to get the pick off there. Ryder unable to lay down the tag before the runner was able to get back to base. And now it's count 1-1. Maddox bunts. And oh, okay. So what happened there was Maddox Crocker laid down a bunt on that first base side. It rolled so far out there before Eli Platt was able to pick it up and sling it over to Devin Kreider on the inside to get the out. The runner, Tyler Mower, ran from second to third on that bunt, and Kreider zipped it over to the third baseman, Coleman Clark, and the tag looked to be there, but Blue called him safe. Now we're on to number 3, Jalen Campos, who is now batting. He was the starting pitcher for Concordia. He's still out there batting, and now his count moves to 1-1 as he foul tips there. Strike 2 there, count moves to 1-2. And now Brady here could throw strike 3, make it 2 outs. Concordia's next run, the tying run, is 90 feet from home. Zipped over to the shortstop, who was able to catch it, as Grayson Bradbury, who was able to catch Jalen Campos' line drive. Awesome reaction there by Grayson Bradbury, able to catch that ball, and he looked over towards third. Tyler Mower just aware enough to get back to the bag before anything. And now batting is number 2, Sam Eggold. That pitch is ball 1. Eli Platt able to slide in front of it and knock it down before anything got too rough there. Swing and a miss from Sam Eggold there, and that moves the count to 1-2, 2 outs still on the board, and Columbia City still leads, but Concordia's next and tying run would be 90 feet away from home. That's popped up way into the air, out back beyond the fence, foul ball over the backstop. Count is still 1-2, 2 outs on the board. And pitch way too high. Count is now 2-2, 2 outs on the board. And Brady Schrader just looking to strike out Sam Eggold here, get out of this inning, and possibly give Columbia City a chance to score more runs and lengthen their lead. That ball out over the booth. Right over the backstop, out over the booth. Sam Eggold doing a great job of battling here, making sure that he tries to stay in the at-bat. And good job of Brady Schrader still throwing strikes, seeing if he can get Sam Eggold out here. He throws, swing and a miss from Sam Eggold. That is strike 3, and that is out 3 of the inning. Now Columbia City's offense looking to come out and score a few more runs to extend their lead. Yeah, score currently 9-8, and Columbia City has every chance now to extend this lead. Maybe 2, 3, 4 more runs, because their last inning scored 6 runs. It was just absolutely miraculous that there was like 2 or 3 errors made by Concordia, as well as several walks that gave them the chance to load the bases like 3 or 4 times. All in succession, though. There were no doubles, no triples, nothing like that hit. Just a couple walks and a couple errors that got the guys on third in. So now Columbia City looks like the leadoff batter may be number 9, Grayson Bradbury. He's the shortstop who was able to catch the line drive just a few moments ago. Grayson just having, like I said earlier, triumphs and tribulations. Just several balls bounced off his chest and out his mitt and got by him. But he's also had several clean plays, able to scoop up balls, throw him over to first, was able to get a double play. That line drive that he caught, like I said just a moment ago. And he's had some time around the base paths, too, to show what he's truly worth. Bradbury, he's just been an awesome player tonight. Only a sophomore, too, playing varsity. I mean, there's not a lot you can say about him to badmouth his name. He's just been doing amazing when it comes to fielding, when it comes to catching, when it comes to batting and base running. This will be Grayson's fourth plate appearance. Bottom of the 5th here. First pitch outside, count is 1-0. Alright, starting off well for Grayson Bradbury, count 1-0. Pressure taken off him just a little bit. Second pitch too high. Count moves to 2-0 now. No, a lot of pressure being taken off Grayson Bradbury here. He could watch this next pitch go by without a lot of worry. This next pitch does go by, called ball too low, almost in the dirt there. Count is now 3-0. No, awesome job by Grayson Bradbury. Keeping a good eye on the ball, making sure he doesn't swing at anything that's unnecessary. With count being 3-0, still stay aggressive here. Make sure you swing the bat if anything's close to the strike zone, but as the next pitch comes in here, strike 1 at Bradbury's, looked like his stomach line there. And now count is 3-1. Stay a little more aggressive here, count being 3-1. And pitch is on its way in. He pulls that one way left into foul territory. Third base coach Justin Daly tried to field it over there. Bounced out of his palm, though. And now, full count. This being Bradbury's deciding pitch. If he can foul one off here and stay alive, put one in play, or get walked here, or maybe even struck out, who knows. And he hits that one over to the third base shortstop side. Third baseman fields it, throws it over to first for the out. Awesome play by the third baseman there. That would be Chance Harris, number 9, Chance Harris, able to run over field that one before it got back to the shortstop. He was able to turn, sling it over, and get the out at first. And now number 18, Brady Schrader, up to bat. Brady Schrader, he himself has had his fair share of triumphs and tribulations too, both on the mound and batting. He's gotten on base a couple times and had a little trouble striking people out, but did not allow any scores his last two innings pitching. And count is 1-0 now. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit him. Count 2-0 now. One out on the board. Columbia City still has the lead, 9-8. Columbia City scored all their runs these last two innings. And now, here is the third pitch. Brady slaps that one way out into center field. Going. Hits the fence. The center fielder fires it into the shortstop. Shortstop fires it into second. Brady able to get to second base standing. Just awesome hit there. It was a fly ball way over the center fielder's head. Maybe even could have considered it a line drive, but it was way high in the air and went right over the center fielder's head. And now number 20, Trey Deckman, coming out to courtesy run for number 18, Brady Schrader. Yeah, just awesome hit by Brady Schrader. Nice double there to get the inning going. We hit one, not two. Keep your stats right. And now number 6, Landon Iden, looking to bat now. Landon, if he's able to hit anything into the outfield here, get a good stretch, Trey Deckman could score. First pitch inside, that is strike one. And Iden kind of tucked in, maybe thinking he could draw a hit by pitch if it was able to hit him, but it slid right over the plate for strike one. Count 0-1, one out on the board. Trey Deckman has a nice lead out over on second. That pitch in the dirt bounces off number 4, John Clem, and rolls out over that, or rolls down the first base line. And Trey Deckman able to steal a base there. Awesome job by Trey to capitalize on that mess up there. And now, Iden could hit this ball and possibly score another run, but he actually gets hit instead and takes base over at first base.
Now batting number 4, James Gett.
Now batting is number 4, James Gett. James had his fair share of triumphs and tribulations. Base runners on first and third. Number 6, Landon Iden on first. Number 20, Trey Deckman on third. And the catcher, John Clem, walked out in front of the plate there to call a play to the Concordia Cadets. Now as James gets ready to bat, Iden does not take off. James tried to lay down a bunt, but pulled back in time for ball 1. Yeah, James showed bunt there, but as that pitch got lower and lower, he pulled back. Almost hit the dirt there. James tries to lay down another bunt, but that one bounces off the bat and into the backstop. Count 1-1, one out on the board. Runners still on first and third. Trey Deckman just 90 feet away from home. That would be Columbia City's 10th run of the game and would put them at a 2-run lead. And pitch on its way in. James lays down an awesome bunt and is safe at first base. Yeah, James lays a nice bunt on that first base side. The pitcher or maybe the first baseman, one of the two picked it up and swung around and then tried to throw it to their second baseman who tried to cover first. And the way the second baseman had to jump up and catch it, James beat that throw. And now Trey Deckman scored 10-8 for Columbia City and Drew Vanderford up to bat. And then Iden over on second trying to draw a throw from the pitcher. Awesome job by Iden here trying to look aggressive, trying to taunt the pitcher there, kind of skipping back and forth. And count 0-1 as that last pitch was a strike. That pitch, a ball there, a little too high. Count 1-1, one out on the board. Funny that Landon Iden trying now to taunt the pitcher, and it may be working. But anyway, score is still 10-8. Runners on first and second. Pitch too high. Count now 2-1. I don't know how you can pitch too high on Vanderford. He's a bit tall for that. James Getz over on first base. Landon Iden on second. Any sort of hit to the outfield could score Iden here. But pitch way too high and way too outside. John Clem had to jump up and reach out for that one. Count moves to 3-1 now. Drew Vanderford steps back into the box. And number 25, Tyler Mower, pitches inside for strike 2. Count moves to full 1 out on the board. Vanderford knew instantly as that pitch came in that would have possibly been called a strike, and Blue did call it a strike. Now Vanderford has to stay aggressive. Anything close to the plate here, he's got to swing at, and he does. Knocks it way out, way over. The right fielder catches it, and Iden tagged up safe at third base. Did not dare try to make his way to second off that. Vanderford did at least advance a runner. 2 outs on the board. Kreider up to hit now.
Now batting number 23, Devin Kreider.
Yeah, next run 90 feet from home. James Getz still on first. See if Kreider can knock Iden in. Catcher calling a play out to the Concordia Cadets and hoping that James Getz steals. The catcher might try to throw a play out there, see if he can get a pump fake to work on either Landon Iden or get James Getz out at second. Getting James out would be a task, though. James is very fast on the base paths. And Iden is also very fast. Devin Kreider gets already at second. Ball did not beat him there. Ball actually wasn't cleanly fielded by the shortstop. Yeah, awesome job by James Getz there to steal that base there. And now 2 runners in scoring position. Devin Kreider, count now 2-0 for him as that pitch was high and outside. Anything knocked to the outfield now that lands on the ground could score these next 2 runs. Pitch is thrown way outside. Clem had to reach across his body to catch that ball. Count now 3-0, 2 outs still on the board. And Devin doesn't have to be very aggressive here. Could possibly draw a walk and make bases loaded for number 7, Eli Platt next. Ball 4. Kreider takes the place. Eli Platt now on his way up to bat.
Now batting number 7, Eli Platt.
Eli Platt, the catcher for most, if not all, catcher for all of tonight, has been doing well behind the plate. And now if he can replicate that up here to bat, score at least the next 2 runs for Columbia City, extend this lead out, make it a little safer, as that pitch is in the dirt, bounces off the chest of John Clem, and rolls out by the first baseline. Iden could have gone, but it would have been a risky play there. Maybe not have beat out the catcher, who was only a few feet away from the plate. Count 1-0 now. 2 outs on the board. Platt takes second pitch ball. Platt keeps sticking his hand up out there, making sure that if the ball is not past the catcher, he makes sure to let the third base runner know, hey, don't go. Don't get caught trying to steal. And now third pitch on its way in here. Nope, he steps off. His cage might have been rattled there by the three runners for CC. That, or maybe he's trying to make it so none of the runners can time him up. Pitch too high. Count is 3-0 now. 2 outs on the board still. Platt could draw a walk here, depending on this next pitch. If Platt draws a walk here, that will give Zach Berry a chance to come up and bat. That is strike one. Count is 3-1. Tyler Mower just slowly climbing his way back into the count now. That first strike, but that is way too high. Platt able to draw a walk there, and Iden jogs his way into the plate for the 11th run for Columbia City tonight.
I'm adding number 14, Barry.
Number 2, Keegan Spencer, courtesy running for number 7, Eli Platt. Heard a few times here Keegan Spencer's name. I definitely would not disagree with that decision. Keegan Spencer, a fast guy, able to move efficiently around the base paths. Zach Berry takes ball 1 as the first pitch. That one in the dirt. John Clem able to knock it down, make sure it doesn't get past him. Believe that is James Getz on third, Devin Kreider on second, and Keegan Spencer on first. That pitch outside, count now 2-0. Zach Berry maybe could draw a walk here as well, depending on these next couple of pitches. That one inside at his belt line, that called strike one. Count now 2-1. That pitch. Ooh. That pitch outside, count moves to 3-1. The catcher picked off over towards first base, and the first baseman thought he had Keegan Spencer, but Keegan dove back in time. Fans getting rowdy about the pitching out there. Counts 3-1, 2 outs on the board. Berry knocks one past the second baseman. It's in right field, and that scores 1 run as the right fielder able to field it and throw it in. That scored James Getz. Awesome job by Zach Berry there. Number 8, Coleman Clark up to bat now. Last time he was in a situation like this, he unfortunately, I believe, grounded out to third base, who fielder's choiced his way over to third to step on it. Coleman definitely looking to do something very different now. Maybe looking to hit it into the outfield or at least gain a walk, as Columbia City's lead is 8-12. He smacks that one into right center. It's going. It doesn't touch the fence, but Coleman going for triple, slides in, safe! Awesome job, Coleman Clark. Beautiful hit there. That's what Columbia City needed. That scored 3 runs, scores 15-8. Awesome job, Coleman Clark. Slapped one right into right center field. You know, it didn't touch the fence, but it was way back there.
Now batting number 9, Grayson Bradbury.
Awesome job. Just awesome job by Coleman Clark there. able to clear out the bases himself and then get on third, now 90 feet away from home, and Grayson Bradbury. Yeah, Grayson Bradbury up to bat now. He takes first pitch ball and second pitch strike on the inside. Just awesome hit by Coleman Clark right out into right center field. It had so much time to land, and every player on base took capitalization of that. And E6, Grayson Bradbury safe on first. Coleman Clark scores. Now it is 8-16. Columbia City has doubled Concordia's runs.
Now batting. Brady Schrader.
Lock it off. This Brady can hit a home run. I like that one. I got his throat exposed.
Brady Schrader up to bat now. If he hits a home run here, the game's over. Instead, he smacks one down the third base foul side. Looking for it all here. Count is 0-1. 2 outs on the board. Columbia City definitely has had an awesome game these past 3 innings, and it's not over just yet. Bradbury on his way to second, safe. That was a nice field by the second baseman. He was able to scoop that one up and turn around quickly for the tag. It was just unfortunate for him that Bradbury was already sliding into base by the time that ball got there. Now, Brady, if he hits a decently deep base hit here, Bradbury will be on his way home. Pitch inside at the belt line for Brady Schrader. Count 1-2 now. Brady's got to protect the plate. Anything close to the plate, choke up, swing fast, make sure you can make contact here. Errors by Concordia have not helped them much, and Brady could be blessed with an error, but instead is hit in the back. Hit right in the numbers there.
Now batting number 6, Landon Iden.
Courtesy running for Brady Schrader's number 20, Trey Deckman. Number 6, Landon Iden has been having a rough time when it comes to batting, but here is where it could turn around and now could turn this into a play or two for Columbia City here to score their last 2 runs that they need. Count is 0-1 after that foul tip there. Count 1-1 as that pitch just a little too high, close to the helmet area of Landon Iden on the outside. Runners on first and second. A pass ball will advance them. Iden hits it up. Hits the ground as the first baseman and catcher tried to dodge each other while going for the ball. Iden still staying alive. Count 1 and 2 now. 2 outs on the board. Columbia City currently leading 8-16. Just a moment of pause there, but now the Pitcher ready to pitch now, and Iden swings at that one. It flies over the backstop into the bleach. Oh, just by the bleachers. Iden's still staying alive here. Awesome job by Landon Iden at the plate here, making sure he stays alive and keeps trying to hit one the opposite way. And oh, wow. So Trey Deckman, I believe that's who that is. The runner that was on second took off, and the catcher behind the plate jumped out to the outside and caught the ball and threw it down to the third baseman to try and get the out, but the third baseman dropped it. Excuse me, that was Grayson Bradbury. That was Grayson Bradbury who stole. And now Iden pops one out to the center fielder who catches it. Well, Brady Schrader back out on the mound now as Columbia City looks to hold Concordia to another 0-run inning. If they are able to do that, Columbia City may as well just have this one in the bag, and 2 more runs to end out the next inning would give them the 10-run rule win. Yeah, because as of currently, this is going to be the top of the 6th inning, and at the bottom of the 6th, Columbia City has a chance to score 2 more runs that would give them the 10-run rule lead and end out this game. Now, if that doesn't happen, Concordia has this chance they're going at now, which number 9, Chance Harris, is up to bat now. They have this chance to hit, and then next inning they would also have a chance to at bat. That is if Columbia City doesn't score 2 more runs. First pitch ball there, count 1-0 as Brady Schrader pitched that one towards the dirt and it went to the backstop. This pitch, not much different. Pitch in the dirt. Iden able to scoop it up though. Count 2-0 now. Count 2-1 after that last pitch. Looked a little low in the zone, but was still called strike. And now Brady Schrader making his way back in the count. That one called ball, looked a little maybe higher outside, but that moves the count to 3-1 now. Wow. Number 9, Chance Harris turned on that one, pulled it way left. It was an inside pitch. And now count moves to full. Brady, all he has to do is throw a strike here. And he doesn't. Bounces in the dirt and bounces off Eli Platt. And that makes it ball 4. And Chance Harris takes his spot on first base. Now, stepping up to the plate is number 16, Jack Belshner. So yeah, after that previous walk, Jack Belshner up to now. He slaps that one into left field. Zach Berry fields it. Throws it in to Grayson Bradbury, who throws it into the pitcher. And now there's a runner on first and second. Now number 10, Maddox Wright, steps up to the plate looking to replicate the hit that Jack Belshner had. Pitch way outside, Eli Platt able to catch that one across his body. And count is now 1-0. Count is now 2-0 after that second outside pitch. Runners on second and first. And number 10, Maddox Wright, looking to at least advance them in some way, shape, or form to give Concordia a chance to get back in this game. That pitch a little high, 3-0 now. And that pitch too low, bases are loaded as Maddox Wright takes his spot at first base. Now batting number 4, John Clem, who was the catcher, or who is the catcher for Concordia. He's been playing well behind the plate, not letting a whole lot by him. And now he's looking to do the same at the plate. He slaps one to the third baseman, and out at the plate, Coleman Clark able to throw it into Eli Platt, who catches the ball and tags the third base runner out. Number 8, Carter Ripke, steps up to the plate. One out on the board, bases still loaded. Just, awesome job by Columbia City, keeping heads up, going to the nearest base. Well, not the nearest, but Coleman Clark definitely thought it was the most important, throwing to home plate so that Concordia couldn't score anymore. And now Brady Schrader pitches another fastball that was knocked into right field territory. Foul ball though. And now count 0-2, one out on the board. Brady Schrader, all he has to do is pitch a strikeout here or something that is hit to one of his infield players. And
Turn it. Yeah!
okay, so what happened was the batter hit a ball that went by Brady Schrader on the shortstop side. Grayson Bradbury was able to field it and step on second with his momentum, and when he zipped it over to Devin Kreider, the first baseman, it bounced and then got in Devin Kreider's mitt, but the Number 25, Tyler Mower, stepping up to the plate. It appears that they actually called the second baseman safe and the guy at first out. Tyler Mower moves into a 1-1 count after the last two pitches. So runners on second and third. The third base runner was able to score on that play. Strike two there on that low outside corner. Count 1-2 now. Count still 1-2 after that foul tip into the backstop there. Pitch on its way in. Knocked to the shortstop, Grayson Bradbury, who zips it over to the first baseman. Ball bounced too low, and as Devin Kreider tried to pick it, it bounced off the end of his mitt and rolled towards the pitcher. And 2 runs able to score there for Concordia.
Literally. It is a. She takes it out of the oven.
So number 15, Maddox Crocker up to the plate now. Count 0-1. Count now 1-1 as that pitch was just a little outside for Blues taste. Score 11-16. Columbia City with a 5-run lead. Runner over on first. That pitch way inside, the batter number 15, Maddox Crocker, had to dodge out of the way of it.
Yeah, but 30 minutes, inning and a.
Number 15 takes a minute to pause and recollect himself. Count 2-2, 2 outs on the board. And that foul tip keeps 5. Count still 2-2 after that foul ball. Now Brazier looking to strike the batter out. It's on that outside edge. Count 3-2, full count. Still a runner over on first base. That one hit up to James Getz, who is able to rip it over to the first baseman for the 3rd out of the inning.
Yep, I got you. You're long enough. Thank you. Absolutely.
So Columbia City looking to get offensive one more time. Devin Kreider looking a little slow. Back up to the dugout. It appeared he hurt himself on that one he stretched out for that bounced out of the end of his mitt. But, yeah, Columbia City looking to get offensive one more time. Number 25, Tyler Mower, still out pitching. Yeah, Columbia City just, looking to get back here. They've only got a 5-run lead now, which is still a little cushiony. But after Concordia was able to score 3 runs the last inning, they could possibly score 5 if they get the chance this next inning. Now, Columbia City still definitely has the chance as they scored 7 runs last inning. They could score maybe 4 more here, put their runs up to 20. And if that's the case, they would have a 9-run lead. Oh, yeah.
For the Eagles, number 4, James Getz.
I mean, 5 runs here gets them the victory and a 10-run rule. But if they're just able to hold Concordia anything lower than 5 next inning, they should win. James gets up to the plate now. And he zips one to left field. Takes one bounce to get to the left fielder, and James gets safe at first.
I'm batting number 11, Drew Vanderford.
That last hit counts as James gets third single. Now, Drew Vanderford stepped up to the plate, but coach calls time. They may be looking to do a pitcher switch here. Yep, they are switching pitchers.
Now pitching. That's number 28, Luke Steffen.
Number 28, Luke Steffen, goes out to the mound to start pitching for Concordia. Number 25, Tyler Mower, makes his way to the outfield. Interesting switch there since he just pitched so much and now is making his way to the outfield. But, you know, I'm not Concordia's coach. One of the players making their way into the dugout from the outfield. So, number 28, Luke Steffen makes his way out to the mound. His first couple pitches looked a little off there, and now Columbia City may have a chance to score a couple more runs. Yeah, James Getz standing over at first. He's a speedster. He can get around the base paths. That can give Vanderford a chance to knock him in, as Vanderford, I believe, had a nice solid hit to right field last inning or the inning before. But if that is the case, then that will move Columbia City score to 17-11. That will give them a 6-run lead. That will require Concordia to score 6 runs, which as they missed, they've scored in a single inning. After Vanderford appears to be Devin Kreider, and if that is the case, then Kreider could also possibly knock one in. I don't know how his injury, well, it's not necessarily an injury, how his, he may have overstretched something, but however, that is affecting him. If that affects him too much, that may be the first out of the inning for Columbia City. But that pitch in the dirt gets past John Clem, and James Getz already at second base. Awesome job by James Getz to capitalize on that. Pass ball there was the first pitch this inning for number 28, Luke Steffen. And now the second pitch behind Vanderford, almost hit his bat while it was on his shoulder. Wow, Luke Steffen not seeming very confident while he's up there pitching. Oh. Vanderford looking at this third pitch that he just smacks way up into the air into right center. The center fielder kept under it. Bounces out of his mitt. Vanderford at second. Getz stops at third. Awesome job by Vanderford to hit that one way out into the outfield. Unfortunate that the center fielder couldn't catch it there. That would have given Concordia a break. But now Concordia, instead of having a break there, have a runner on second and third. And now number 13, Noble Heinen coming in to hit. Number
13, Noble.
Number 13, Noble Heinen. Number 13, Noble Heinen out to hit. He's one of our few lefties on the team as well. He last year hit a grand slam. It was a nice hit over that right field fence, and this year, maybe looking to do the same now that he's a senior. Score 11-16 if he were to hit a home run now. That would put the score to 19-11. But count 0-2 now as he takes that last pitch, swing and a miss. Anything Noble can do now, he just needs to try to hit it somewhere into the outfield, make a play, at least score. James gets in. Takes that pitch as a ball, is a little too low. Count 1-2 now. James gets 90 feet from home. Drew Vanderford 180 feet from home. And Noble smacks that one into left foul territory outside of the fence, staying alive at the moment. Columbia City just needs 5 more runs here. 2 of them on the bases already. Noble Heinen possibly even getting on base here to give himself a chance to score. Pitch on the way in. Noble checks, keeps himself for swinging, and now count 2-2. Noble Heinen just has to protect the plate here. Make sure he can keep battling, and umpire says it hit him. Yeah, umpire says it hit him. Now bases are loaded, and number 7, Eli Platt, stepping up to the plate.
Now batting number 7, Eli Blatt.
Not expecting Noble Heinen to get hit on his first time out, but now Eli Platt out to bat now. First pitch low, it's a ball. Bases are loaded. If Eli were to hit a home run or anything that would touch the fence out there, he could possibly score 3 runs in, which would make the score 11-19, giving Columbia City an 8-run lead. That pitch high and outside for ball 2, count 2-0 now. On deck, number 14, Zach Berry, up next to hit. Excuse me.
Catch it, Michelle. Come on.
Eli smacks that one right over the booth for his first strike. Count 2-1 now. Next pitch on its way in. At Eli's feet, it almost hit him. Count 3-1 now. Yeah, count 3-1. Eli looking like he might draw a walk here, which would score Columbia City their next run. But, yep, too high. Eli Platt on his way to first base. That is his 3rd walk today. Now, Zach Berry.
14, Zach Berry.
He walks his way up to the plate. Bell comes out to talk to Blue about substituting number 7, Eli Platt, for number 2, Keegan Spencer. Don't want to take any chances with Eli getting hurt at any point. So, Keegan Spencer out on base. Score 17-11 as that last run was able to score. That pitch too high. Drew Vanderford at 3rd, Noble Heinen at 2nd, and Keegan Spencer at 1st as Zach Berry takes ball 2. Count 3-0 now. As that pitch was high and outside. Zach Berry could possibly draw himself a walk here and score one more run for Columbia City. Too high. Zach Berry on his way down to first. And number 8, Coleman Clark up to bat now.
Great Coleman Clark.
Surprisingly enough, this is Coleman Clark's 6th plate appearance. And now he's looking to get one more hit. 3 runs would end out this game as he takes a slice at that one, making count 0-1. No outs on the board, surprisingly. So Columbia City has a lot of breathing room to score their next 3 runs. Count 1-1 now. As that pitch was way low down by Coleman's feet. Runners on first, second, and third. Coleman Clark ready to swing. He does. It's over to the third baseman. Wow, Coleman Clark able to hit one over to the third baseman. Third baseman feels it, turns around, and tries to get, I believe that's Keegan Spencer over at that base out, but was unable to.
Batting number 9, Grayson Bradbury.
Grayson Bradbury's 6th plate appearance now. He has reached base a couple of times on a fielder choice and an error. He's also been hit by pitch. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong stat line. He's reached on error, reached on 2 fielders choice, and has been walked once. Count 1-0. 2 runs here, and Columbia City ends this game to 10-run rule. Almost hit there. Able to slide back and out of the way. Count 2-0 now. Redberry looking at this next pitch. Pitch in the dirt. Count is 3-0. And with the count being 3-0 now, Bradbury could possibly draw a walk and get this game to a 9-run lead. And he draws another walk. Bradbury on his way down to first. And Brady Schrader walks up to the plate now.
Batting number 18, Brady Schrader.
Number 2, Keegan Spencer was able to run in there, score that final run, and then walk back to the dugout. And now, if anything here, Brady Schrader could draw a walk, hit something out into the outfield. No, anything, and this game's over. First pitch, strike 1, count 0-1. Swing, foul tip. Count makes it 0-2. Zach Berry just 90 feet away from home. He would be the game-winning run if Brady were to walk or hit a single or anything. Brady reaches out, tries to hit that one. It goes into foul territory out by the away bullpen. Just glad he was able to reach out well enough to hit that. Count still 0-2. He takes ball 1 there as that ball ricocheted off the catcher and made its way into just a little deep into foul territory over there, but not enough for Berry to steal home. Count 1-2. and it hit Brady Schrader, and Zach Berry is on his way home. And as he touches home plate, that is the 10-run rule. Columbia City wins 21-11. Awesome job by Columbia City. Down 8-0 by the end of the top of the third. And then boom, 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 boom. 4 innings, 3, 6, 7, 5. They were able to score 21 runs in 4 innings. Awesome job, Columbia City. You definitely deserve this one, coming back from such an 8-0 deficit. Coming back from an 8-0 deficit and only allowing 3 more runs after that 8-0 deficit. Just awesome job. I did my best to keep stats, and I'll read some of them off here. But, I mean, this game was just too great, too awesome to keep every single stat and every detail in your head. But 6 plate appearances for Coleman Clark and Grayson Bradbury. 6 plate appearances. If that tells you anything, Columbia City did an awesome job hitting and walking. And then several guys like James Getz, Drew Vanderford, and Coleman Clark had several hits this game. 2 hits, 3 hits. They did absolutely amazing. Keeping themselves alive, making sure they got around the bases pretty well. Just awesome job to those guys for keeping the bats alive and keeping everything rolling. And then the several guys who got hit by pitch, I mean, there was several of them. That would be Brady Schrader, Landon Iden, and James Getz all got hit by pitch today. Awesome job for them to take those, make sure that they didn't step out of the way. Those gave Columbia City a couple extra runs. Just awesome job to those guys. They did an outstanding performance, coming back from that 8-0 deficit. Concordia, they also did an awesome job getting up to that 8-0 deficit. Things were playing out really well for them until Columbia City was able to pull off their first 2 innings there to take the lead, and then after that they just kept racking up score after score after score. I mean, Concordia did, though. They put up an awesome fight for those first 3 innings, and then they tried to bounce back, but Columbia City powering on, not stopping at all. 3, 6, 7, 5. That was the last 4 innings. That was the score box for Columbia City. They just did not slow down at all. I bet you there weren't any outs. There weren't any outs when Bradbury came in for the game-winning run. So I believe that Columbia City, if they were given the chance, would have just kept going on and on and on. But yes, awesome job, Columbia City, and awesome job to the staff for WJHS tonight. The production manager, Jonathan Peters, he wasn't here to physically be with us, but he still got the stuff ready at home even after going under a procedure for his foot. Just thank you to him. He was able to guide me, make sure I got stuff up for the scoreboard and stuff like that. So thank you to him. Thank you to the board operator, Vincent Parke, scoreboard operator, Lexi Harker, the camera supervisor, Zeke Urudia, the camera operators, Cy Bentley and Emma Porter, replay operator, who was also Cy Bentley for a minute there, but we ended up having to abandon. And then graphic design, Braden Crasher. Just thank you to those wonderful people back at the station. They did an awesome job doing everything they did. And thank you to Brianna Beard, who was also here doing scoreboard with Lexi Harker. So just thank you to all of those people for being here tonight, keeping us on. I'm Zaid McKenzie, telling you the final score to this game, 21-11 in favor of the Columbia City Eagles. Good night, everyone.